Happy 49th birthday, Tara Strong. Today's February 12th, which means you turn 49 years old this year. You have a great resume of voice acting roles from Hello Kitty to My Little Pony Friendship's Magic. You definitely have some good roles and some good. You also have plenty of other good memorable voice acting roles between these. Your Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls, Raven in Teen Titans, and a high school cartoon version of yourself named Tara in Kim Possible. I love Kim Possible a lot. Must be very fortunate to have you play a big part in Kim Possible and My Little Pony Friendship's Magic. Alright, now that that's out of the way, onto the real subject of this, onto the real topic of this video. Craig of the Creek. Season 4 of Craig of the Creek is off to a pretty good start so far. It's pretty cool. They air their first quarter of the season on, minus the Halloween Christmas episode, all on one day, January 17th, and it was a good idea. Season 4 season 4 has a lot of cool things to offer in those 4 episodes, 8 segments. Actually, in the first episode of season 4, it was after the Halloween Christmas episode. It was really good. Let me tell you about it. In Beyond the Overpass, I really love Beyond the Overpass and Sink or Swim Team for good reasons. In Beyond the Overpass, Craig gave his little sister Jessica a recap of what went down in the 3-part season 3 finale, Capture the Flag. And to make a long story short, he beat King Xavier and won back the creek for everyone from him. And now the Stump Kids have a whole other side of the creek to explore, which some of the other season 4 episodes that aired on January 17th did a pretty good job of covering. But it was really sad that even though Jessica has been to the creek with her brother Craig several times before, she wasn't impressed by his tale of how he saved the creek from King Xavier. Craig could have been the new king of the creek, but since the creek is for everyone, he decided to not be the king, since after all, I mean, we all learned in the same year as when Capture the Flag aired from a federal judge. A certain federal judge told us that presidents are not kings and the plaintiff is not president. So, if anything, I guess Craig is the president of the creek, who is allowing everyone to be free, but hopefully with some regulations like in Council of the Creek. And Craig, Kelsey, JP, and the rest of the creek were happy to see Omar again after he stopped being the Green Poncho, guarding both sides of the creek, and the Honeysuckle Rangers, Raj and Sean, not to be confused with Hobbs and Shaw, wrote their own song. Craig helped them write a song celebrating the defeat of King Xavier. But yeah, Craig was really upset that. Craig was very upset that Jessica and Jessica, Kit, and the Honeysuckle Rangers. No one seemed to show appreciation for him being the Higglytown hero of the creek. But then after Craig and Omar saved these four kids who were four kids who are new to this episode, who came from the other side of the creek that Xavier used to rule. Craig was happy to finally get the recognition he wanted and deserved, being a hero of the creek. And to reward Craig for saving their lives and ruining their deaths, they gave him this cube that was one of that Omar reveals is one of 27 different pieces of a Rubik's Cube left behind by Kenneth, the original king of the creek before Xavier and sister. I forget his sister's name at the moment. Omar was happy. Craig, Kelsey, and JP welcomed Omar into the group of the Stump Kids, and JP guesses it'll take all season for them to find the other 26 pieces of the Rubik's Cube. So the Kenneth's Rubik's Cube is the pictures on Kenneth's Rubik's Cube are they're different parts of a map that would lead the Stump Kids and Omar to the help them discover the secret treasure in the heart of the creek. Heart's Diamond, I think. Yeah, when Craig was miffed about people not applauding him or praising him for rescuing them from the rule of King Xavier, but they still congratulate Omar. Karen Fukuhara probably felt that way during season 4 of Craig of the Creek. If she wanted, I know Karen Fukuhara would want Craig of the Creek's cast to congratulate her for winning a STARMeter award on another show, The Boys, because it really showcases how talented she is at live acting when she can put on a compelling performance without even having to talk. I'm sure Karen Fukuhara is very talented in live acting and cartoon acting. I'm just thankful that Karen Fukuhara has presently not been recast with. I'm just thankful that Karen Fukuhara's character as Alexis and Sewer Queen have not yet been recast with a younger voice actor, lesser known voice actors who may sound like her, like Grace Rolick, who voiced Kai in Steven Universe. She is, they're both Japanese American girls, and Grace Rolick is 5 years and 8 months younger than Karen Fukuhara. The STARMeter. Craig wanting some appreciation for saving the Creek. Karen Fukuhara wanting some appreciation from Craig the Creek's cast and crew for STARMeter Award. That's a perfect segue into the other part of the first episode, Back at the Creek. They want to talk about after its two holiday episodes that I assume took place before Capture the Flag. In Sink or Swim Team, Craig Williams finds out that Sewer Queen is she has a double identity as one of the pool kids. She's a sewer kid, and she's embarrassed to be a sewer kid and a pool kid. So Sewer Queen invites Craig to her house to pretend to be someone from her swim team. And after we saw Alexis, Beyond the Overpass did a really good job of setting up the treasure map arc for the rest of the season, and I really liked getting to see Alexis' apartment where she lives in Locked Out Cold. So it was really nice that Sink or Swim Team showed us Sewer Queen's house, and she got to have a day in the limelight. I was really happy that Karen Fukuhara finally got to have a season 4 episode of Craig of the Creek where one of the two characters she voices is the primary focus. She really deserved it and earned it after winning that STARMeter award in The Boys, in my opinion at least. So it would be really nice if Craig of the Creek maybe season 4 Craig of the Creek could have a later episode that focuses on Alexis, because I knew she'd be a terrific dynamic duo of I know she'd make a perfect dynamic duo of thick junior warrior girls with Kelsey Pokley. They have contrasting personalities that would play off of each other very well. Opposites attract, right? I really wanted Alexis to join the Stump Kids before Omar did in Beyond the Overpass, but now I'm starting to realize that. But at that point, I realized that maybe I also consider the possibility that Alexis may have used to be a Stump Kid with Craig and Kelsey before they met JP, and before Alexis became a teenager. If Craig doesn't only know her through Bernard, because there are lots of ways that Craig of the Creek could incorporate Alexis into as a big part in some storylines at the Creek that Craig of the Creek's writers haven't tapped into yet, which I'm sure Karen Fukuhara would really want to have very much, since Craig of the Creek was the start of the act of hers, Philip Solomon's, and Lucia Cunningham's acting careers. The kids' routines all voice Alexis, Craig, and Jessica. So, but anyways, back to Sink or Swim Team. It was really funny. It was a lot funnier than I expected. It was, I haven't seen a comedic misunderstanding this hilarious since the Higglytown Heroes episode, The Day the Diner Stood Still. But since I'm half Filipino, it was really nice to see some sink or swim team have some some positive Filipino representation with Sewer Queen's family, and I liked getting to find out that her real non-Sewer Queen name was Eileen, especially because it rhymes with Queen, and it's also the name of that beaver from regular show. And I also liked the fact that the Sewer Queen's mom is the same voice actress as Pearl from Steven Universe. It's like when Amethyst's voice actor played Michelle, who was the Green Poncho before Omar. So, while Craig was telling stories about him being the coach of Eileen's swim team, the Stump Kids and the Sewer Kids came to Eileen's house and spied on Eileen and Craig having dinner together. It was really funny because it turned into a huge misunderstanding where they thought that they thought Eileen and Craig were getting married, and either Craig would become the Sewer King to the Sewer Queen, or Craig was converting Sewer Queen Eileen from a sewer kid into a pool kid. And the icing on the hilarity cake came when then the kids all started fighting and hitting each other with pool noodles. The extra funny part came when JP fought with Frizzboy over being the best man at Craig and Eileen's wedding. Eileen and her mom came outside to see what's going on, and Eileen told her mom the truth that she doesn't like being a pool kid because because she doesn't feel unique or special there. She's just like any other pool kid, and she has more fun being a sewer kid because she feels more special and unique and full of purpose with being a sewer kid. And that's why it works out better for being the queen of other kids in the sewer. It works out better for her than being a pool kid. And Craig is confused as to why Kelsey and JP thought he was marrying the sewer queen. Yeah. Yeah, really funny seeing Kelsey and JP fighting Frizzboy and Scoop, and there's the sewer kids in it. Yeah, I only remember Scuba's name because he's another sewer kid that Karen Fukuhara voiced for one episode in the Sewer Queen's first episode, Sink or Swim. In Sewer Queen's first episode, Lost in the Sewer. And it was very I really liked Sink or Swim Team because it knew how to was able to be funny. It was able to be hilarious and heartwarming, and still have a consistent tone and story throughout. It mixed them well. Having the jokes ruin the story. Having jokes ruin the emotional elements of the story. They knew how to keep jokes away from moral lesson of the story. And that also made me think of, that also caused me to think about how Karen Fukuhara might feel between the boys and Craig of the Creek. I mean, Suicide Squad. Maybe Karen Fukuhara felt maybe Karen Fukuhara felt more unique and special with Keepo and the Age of Wonder Beast and Keepo and the Age of Wonder Beast and the boys than she did in Craig of the Creek and Suicide Squad, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe name recognition from Suicide Squad and the boys and Keepo and the Age of Wonder Beast helped her feel more special in Craig of the Creek. And She-Ra reboot. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it goes, but yeah, I is the only person in the cast who won a STARMeter award who's trying lots of different things at the beginning of her career. I would say Karen Fukuhara is pretty unique and special among new coming actors who play the kids and teens in Craig of the Creek. And winning a STARMeter award for a silent live-action performance is something for which Karen Fukuhara should be super proud. And that's exactly why I'm glad to see Stuart Queen get her own episode of Focus in Season 4, and why I want Alexis to get one too. Cartoon Network's board of Craig the Creek writers, if Craig the Creek gets renewed through Season 6, I'd like for you to hire me to write a few episodes, because I can give you I can write you some cool new ideas you haven't done yet for, Alexis. Like, having Alexis come to the creek and team up with Kelsey, or I'd like to make it. I have a good idea for an episode where we actually get to see Craig's school for once. He would have a science project where a nature-related science project where he'd need to perform it at the creek with his lab partner. A new character we haven't seen before, a new character we only know that Craig only knows from school, who would come with him to the creek. And it'd also be extra fun if, I'm sure Ren and Faraday, the Alliance of Science, could help them out with their nature science experiment. Ren and Faraday, the Alliance of Science. And Alexis and I'd love to see Alexis and Kelsey could. I'd love to see Alexis and Kelsey, pretend. It'd be fun to see Alexis and Kelsey pretend the sword fight together against any bad kids of the creek. Cause I'd really love to see Alexis and Kelsey try to banish Big Red, or maybe even better yet, it would be way funnier if they were attacking the witches. If they had to attack the witches of the creek, Tabitha and Courtney. But then Alexis tells the Stump Kids that, they're not real. That they can't. That they're not. Maybe a funny twist if maybe Alexis should tell the Stump Kids that they're not really magical. They don't have the power to curse people. And like I said, that's which also reminds me that it would also be really cool to have a sequel to Alternate Creekiverse where, where the Stump Kids aren't the Stump